sidetracked all the fans of Young and the Restless, Y&R. Time to enjoy another week of classic episodes from one of the most fascinating small towns in daily TV series. Are you reviewing these reruns for fun or just researching the Y&R story? You should ask yourself which topics and episodes will be covered in the coming days. Check out the Y&R spoilers below for the May 18, 2020 week for more details. 9. All About Winter Fam. Start your journey through memory lane to relive the exciting, heartbreaking, explosive and dramatic moments around one of Genova's most beloved families. Yes, May 18th to 22nd is dedicated to Neil Winters and his friend, and the topic for next week is simply called Winter Family Week. 8. Who will be represented? Y&R promises a close look at the Winters family, showing an episode starring the late and great actor Christophe St. John, Neil, as well as Shamar Moore, Malcolm's brother, actress Victoria Rowell, Drusilla, Byron James, their adopted son Devin, Crystal Khalil, Lily's daughter, as well as Tanya Lee Williams, plays daughter-in-law Olivia. 7. Over the years. The Winters Family Week will be an explosion of the past, offering episodes from the early 1990s and mid-2000s. Y&R fans will be able to relive some incredible moments. Surprised, including when Neil and Drew first met, Malcolm's debut, plus some gentle time between Neil and his children Lily and Devin. 6. When Neil met Drew. An astonishing tribute to both Christophe St. John and his beloved Y&R character. The second episode is the first day of Neil Winters in Geneva. The show was first shown on February 13, 1991. Winter meets Drew, and it's love at first sight. In other plots from the classic episode, Kay receives some disturbing news regarding Brock, plus Nate and Olivia are not seen directly. 5. Malcolm's first city in Geneva. Enjoy watching the first appearance of actor Shamar Moore on Y&R in this classic episode on May 6, 1994. Malcolm will debut in Geneva, while Cricket, remember when Christina was called that? Must deal with a difficult day in court. Meanwhile, the mustache is at risk and trusts to help Hope. 4. Neil came to the rescue. With an episode originally shown on February 9, 2005, Y&R fans will see how Neil and his gang help save Devin. In the other plot of the show, Bobby Marcino will receive recognition from Nikki, while Kevin is trying to flip a new sheet. Warning spoiler, he succeeds in this, over time. 3. Neil is looking for Lily. Do you remember when Lily and Daniel arrived in California after a drunk driving accident leading to Cassie's death? Well then, it's time to take a stroll along the memory lane. In a program that started on June 29, 2005, in Nile, a panicked father was looking for Lily, and she and Daniel, as well as Nick and Phyllis, were in California. 2. Drew stands on his ground. That's not all. While Neil is looking for Lily at home, Drew supports her with Malcolm. Other characters who appeared in Y&R's classic May 21st episode include Michael Baldwin, who eventually connected the dots surrounding Ashley's relationship with Tom Fisher. Do you remember when these two were the themes of the Vikings? Well, like how? 1. Except Devin. End of the Family Winter Week for Families, December 7, 2006, tells how Devin was adopted. I have to provide a lot of faint feelings that we can all use right now. In other stories, Jill will see cancers from her past. Someone has to tell her that it will be a long time before she finds out the whole truth, as well as the next one. Ash and Jax plan to retain Gloria.
The Young and the Restless. This episode was first shown on June 30, 1998. In this episode, Jill, striving for truth, led to an epic confrontation with Kinda, and Michael brought trouble to Victor and Nikki. When Jill heard Kinda's voice, she tried to hide the document. Kinda is shocked to see the mess caused by Jill and asks what she is doing. Kinda scolds Jill for disturbing Philip's things. Jill claimed that she wanted only a few souvenirs, because Kinda did not allow her to accept anything. Kinda spotted the dusty Jill and asked how long she had rummaged. Jill showed Kinda a tie and asked if she could take it. Because of the new coronavirus pandemic, Young and Restless began broadcasting special episodes until the actors and crew were able to safely return to work. To entertain the audience, CBS spent weeks special themes for iconic characters. This week there are some of the most legendary The Young and the Restless. A complete list of episodes aired this week can be found here. This episode was originally aired on October 1, 1993. In this episode, the enemy of Victor was shocked by his shocking return to Geneva. At Newman Enterprises, Victor seemed to think deeply when he returned to confront Jack, trying to take over the company. Victor promised that he would not allow Jack to use the participation of Victor and Ashley as a way to usurp his position. Victor growled that Jack was there because Victor put up with him for John and Ashley, but that was a mistake when Jack brought Victor. Victor ordered Jack to take his things and leave, because Victor never wanted to see him again. Victor turned away, but suddenly fell to the floor. When Victor gasped and weakly asked for help, Jack slowly got up and left. Because of the new coronavirus pandemic, Young and Restless began broadcasting special episodes until the actors and crew were able to safely return to work. To entertain the audience, CBS spent weeks special themes for iconic characters. This week there are some of the most legendary The Young and the Restless. A complete list of episodes aired this week can be found here. This episode was originally aired on June 15, 2012. Nikki declared war on Sharon at Newman's ranch, and the Phillies and Nick, Morrow, decided the tragedy. Nikki calls Sharon a scumbag and pours a bottle of water on her head. Sharon lowered Nikki's head into a bucket of water. Nikki shook the dough all over Sharon, who called her a jealous man. They broke into each other, and Victor and the policeman found that women were fighting on the ground. Victor and the police dragged the two women, and Nikki screamed for Victor to let her go, because she had not finished with Sharon. Because of the new coronavirus pandemic, Young and Restless began broadcasting special episodes until the actors and crew were able to safely return to work. To entertain the audience, CBS spent weeks special themes for iconic characters. This week there are some of the most legendary The Young and the Restless. A complete list of episodes aired this week can be found here. This episode was originally aired on June 21, 1999. In this episode, Victor forced Jack and Brad to regain control of Newman Enterprises, and Ashley was in a clash between rivals Newman and Abbott. In Jack's office, Victor praised Jack for being a coward behind him. Jack told him it was a direct business deal. While Victor continued to call his name, Jack told Victor to leave his office. Victor refused to leave until he spoke. He told Jack that he would step on him and crush him to dust. Because of the new coronavirus pandemic, Young and Restless began broadcasting special episodes until the actors and crew were able to safely return to work. To entertain the audience, CBS spent weeks special themes for iconic characters. This week there are memorable episodes revolving around the love story of Victor and Nikki Newman. This episode was originally aired on May 22, 2014. In this episode, Lily gave Hillary a rude awakening, and Sharon struggled with the presence of Mary in Geneva. Hillary screamed when she woke up with Lily and threw the jug on the bed. Lily barked that they had something to deal with, and Hillary told Lily to calm down while Devin hid the corner of the name. Hillary says she just lived her life, and Lily claims that Hillary broke up Lily's family and seduced her father when he was vulnerable. Hillary asks if Lily thinks she can stop Neil and Hillary from having a relationship, and Lily swears to do so by saying,
As a child, Lily Winters was played by Vanessa Carson and Brooke Marie Bridges. When the girl was aged to a teen, Crystal Khalil took over the role. She was replaced by Davetta Sherwood during the 1996 storyline that involved Lily marrying Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, before Khalil returned to the role. 2. Lily grew up believing she was the daughter of Drusilla Barbara Winters, Victoria Rowell, and Neil Winters, Christophe St. John, until it was revealed that Neil's brother, Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore, was actually her biological father, having had sex with Drusilla when she was out of it on cough medicine. Malcolm believed Drew knew who she was with, but she thought he was Neil. 3. As a teen, Lily became involved with Kevin Fisher, Greg Ricart, after they connected in an online chat room. He was older, which caused her concerned friends to alert her parents, but not before Kevin had convinced Lily to have sex, which resulted in her getting a sexually transmitted disease, chlamydia. 4. Lily brought troubled teen Devin Hamilton, Bryden James, into the fold after meeting him and encouraging Drew to get to know him. Seeing herself in Devin, Drew convinced Neil and a social worker to allow him to be temporarily fostered in their home. Lily and Devin ran away at one point when he was threatened to be sent to a group home, but Victor Newman, Eric Braden, stepped in until it was agreed by Neil to foster Devin permanently. 5. When Lily fell for Daniel, she helped him hide out in the Abbott Playhouse after he was charged with vehicular manslaughter. They were caught and arrested. When Daniel was exonerated, as it had been Cassie, Cameron Grimes, actually driving the car the night she died, Lily was sent to boarding school. When she returned, she and Daniel eloped in Las Vegas. They remained together until Daniel developed an online porn addiction through his association with Amber Moore, Adrienne France, and they wound up divorced. 6. Lily suffered through the loss of her mother after Drew went over a cliff while struggling with Phyllis over a phone containing incriminating photos of Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Brad Carlton, Don Diamond. Her body was never found. 7. Lily met Kane Ashby, Daniel Goddard, when she was 19 and he was 31 years old. After she won the Fresh Face of Jabot contest, they had sex for the first time on Valentine's Day and she later learned she was pregnant. They lost the baby, and Lily took up with Billy Abbott, then Billy Miller, when Chloe Mitchell, Liz Hendrickson, passed her unborn child off as Kane's. Once it was revealed that Billy was actually the baby's father, Lily and Kane were married. 8. Lily and Kane became estranged when he was revealed as a con, but they reconciled when she wanted him by her side as she battled ovarian cancer. Lily's eggs were harvested and Mackenzie Browning, then Clementine Ford, carried Kane and Lily's twins, Charlie and Matilda.